Welcome to the Career Institute. We are excited to be partnering with the County of San Bernardino and the Transitional Assistance Department to administer this exciting summer work experience program. We are calling it the Making Work Count program, where you will have the opportunity to learn valuable skills and earn money at a job this summer if you work a full 40-hour week through the end of September. Sounds good, right? Well, this opportunity will only be as good as you decide for it to be. It's completely up to you. Now let's talk details. Before we go any further, you will want to make note of our website as a resource for gathering all the necessary documents and learning the details of the program. You can also find contact information for your mentor if necessary. The first step is to determine if you qualify for the program. You must be between 18 and 24 years old and a resident of San Bernardino County. In addition, there must be someone in your household who is under 18, like a younger sibling or your own child if you are parenting. You will also need to meet the low income requirement as outlined in the income grid on our website. Once your qualification has been determined, you should officially apply for the program by completing the documents from the Making Work Count 2010 section of the website. Upon review and approval, you will be invited for an appointment with one of our career mentors to discuss available work opportunities. We will be asking you questions that will help us determine the best work site for your summer work experience. It is important that you take this opportunity to tell us as much as possible about what you like to do, the skills you bring to the table, and what you are capable of. Also keep in mind that this will most likely not be your dream job, or even a job that is perfectly in line with your career path. The fact of the matter is, everyone, even the most successful people on earth, have worked jobs that were not always their ideal situation. Oftentimes the greatest learning opportunities come from places we least expect. If you work hard and maintain a positive attitude along the way, this experience will lead to many opportunities later on. Once we have determined your worksite, we will call the worksite supervisor together and set up a time for you to meet directly with them at their location. Make sure you go to that first meeting looking your best. You should look like a true professional, someone that any employer would be lucky to have on their staff. If the interview goes well, the worksite supervisor will discuss with you the details of your work schedule, and the both of you will agree on your start date. Once you have a start date, you need to let our administrative staff know right away so we can put you on payroll. Otherwise, your hours will count as nothing more than community service. Your hourly wage will be $12 per hour. You are authorized to work up to 40 hours per week from your first day until September 24th. You will need to discuss scheduling with your worksite supervisor. You will be paid every 2 weeks on Friday. You will be required to complete your timesheet, have your supervisor sign it, and fax it to our offices by 5 p.m. on the date listed in the payroll schedule. Make sure you fax it in on or before this deadline, otherwise the payroll company will have to add your check to the following pay period and you will have to wait 2 weeks to get paid. Your check will be mailed to the address that is listed on your completed W-4 tax form. If you need to change the address where your check is mailed for any reason, contact our administrative department at the following number. You can also call that same number if you need to confirm that we've received your fax timesheet. In the event that your paycheck is lost or misplaced, contact us immediately. If we need to cancel and reissue your check, the bank fees will be deducted from your pay, so protect that check and make sure you don't lose it. If you're not sure how to cash your check, you can get a handout entitled How to Cash Your Check at your orientation. This is really simple. You don't discuss your pay. In some cases, you could be earning a higher wage than the current employees at your worksite. The reason for this is that you are not eligible for vacation or paid holidays like they are, so being paid a little more makes up for this. Therefore, to maintain a professional, non-hostile atmosphere, you have to remember to never discuss your pay with anyone at your worksite, period. This is the #1 reason why friction develops at worksites, and for us to be able to provide a secure work experience for you, you must remember to never discuss your pay. It is expected that you will be working extensively with store associates at your worksite. For this reason, it is important to always maintain a positive working relationship with them. Associates will be there to help train you in all the different tasks your manager or supervisor will assign to you. Always be sure to make a great impression with your supervisor. They will be responsible for making sure you are always on task and working well with store associates. More importantly, maintaining a great impression with your supervisor could possibly land you a permanent position with the worksite. However, you must remember that they are only your site supervisor. Your assigned mentor at the Career Institute will be in charge of communicating with your supervisor and evaluating your performance at the worksite. If there is ever an occasion where you might have an issue with your supervisor, contact your assigned mentor at the Career Institute to help you address the situation appropriately. You will not be paid for any time you take off. This includes times when you are sick, in maternity, on vacation, as well as any personal time you request off. If you must take time off, be sure to talk with your supervisor first, but remember to reflect any time off on your timesheet. Keep in mind that too many absences may result in the reevaluation of your participation in the Summer 5K program. As part of our program, you are covered by workers' compensation insurance. This insurance will pay for the cost related to an injury while at work. In the event of an injury, you have to report the incident immediately. If it is an emergency requiring immediate medical attention, call 911. Report to your worksite supervisor as soon as the injury occurs. Even if you don't think your injury requires medical attention or needing to leave work, report the incident anyway. Complete the accident report form in the employer packet thoroughly. This will require your supervisor's assistance. Call your career mentor immediately after completing the accident report. If your mentor does not answer, leave a message. After leaving a message, call the Career Institute office at the number below to let someone know of the injury. Your career mentor will advise you to go directly to your assigned medical facility if your injury requires medical attention. If there is a specific uniform, pair of shoes, or work equipment that your worksite requires you to have, be sure to talk with your career mentor about what you will need so the necessary arrangements can be made. Do not show up late. Frequent tardiness to your worksite will result in reevaluating your participation in the program. However, as soon as you anticipate that you will be late to your worksite, contact your supervisor to help them best prepare for your absence. Remember that you are working to make a great impression and express your interest in being a dependable team member that any employer will want to hire. If you are hoping to get hired on, you will have to minimize any situations that will cause you to be late to your job. If at any time you are fired from your worksite, you will be terminated from participating in the program. Only in the most extreme circumstances can your job site be replaced. There are no guarantees about getting a permanent position at your worksite. This program is available and designed to help you develop your professional skills and work experience. However, there have been instances when our participants in the past have been hired by their site supervisor. If you make every effort to stand out as a valuable employee, this will greatly increase the chances of you being hired on a permanent level. You may be required to submit to a drug test as part of your worksite experience. If your drug test comes back positive, you will not be allowed to participate in the Making Work Count program. Because this is a federally subsidized program, you are therefore not eligible to receive unemployment benefits at the end of it. Being enrolled in the Making Work Count program will not affect any other social services or other assistance programs you are currently receiving. Your assigned Career Institute mentor will monitor you at your worksite to continuously update your performance in the program. We will be evaluating how well you work with others, how you handle independent tasks, and what you have been able to learn from the site. This program depends almost entirely upon you. There are people all around you who have the resources to help you become successful, but nobody is going to push you into it. You have to put in the energy required. All of us at the Career Institute are looking forward to working with you in gaining valuable skills and work experience. With hard work, dedication, and motivation, this experience will have a lasting impact on your life, both personally and professionally. Good luck.
Ba-ba-da.